Let's just get straight to this. Like, oh, I'm here for answers.
You are direct. I approve.
She doesn't like
but you will have
indirection.
to wait. There is something I want you to understand first.
Alright. I understand. But you want me to understand.
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris.
Oof,
I
I'm
am a
gonna
rogue
struggle with all of
trader in
that.
the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all.
Somebody sounds full of herself. With good reason, though.
It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
Okay. I am ready for the sacred purpose. Fill me with sacred purpose. It is all too sudden for me. Or one of, so there are other heirs. Then I guess Edelthrad.
Some have yet to arrive on board.
I mean, we'd already been told
but
that.
you have had the pleasure of meeting
Oh, there are
them.
more than Edelthrad.
Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor.
I think what
of
she
becoming
feels is
the
his
bearer
nose
of a
right up her
warrant of
ass.
trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those
Sassiness is indeed always
can at
greatly
times
rewarded.
be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Oh, wait, so he's not in your good graces. If you are satisfied with Edelthrad, then what sense is there having this conversation? Why are you wasting your time on me? Or, did I hear you correctly? The Master of Whispers is related to you?
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly and, as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voitvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least.
I mean, you know, we did just have servitors go berserk, and he doesn't even know if somebody sabotaged them, and for a spy master, that's kind of his job, and, you know, okay. I get it. But why are we chatting if you're already, you know, happy with Edelthrad?
Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse.
Hey, if you need crime committing, I'm your man.
One could not in good faith describe your background as one of exemplary service to the Imperium. However, I am intrigued by you and your past. To have survived and prospered between the letters of the law is a rare achievement among those in our circle. You are skilled in the art of taking risks and cutting corners. Trust me when I say that you will have sufficient opportunity to apply this talent for the good of the house. Moreover, Your remarkable mental abilities were noted in your profile. If you can find a way to exhibit them in the service of the von Valancius dynasty, well,
I'm smart.
so much the better.
SMRT. Okay, may I ask my questions now?
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Navigator? Translation? What are these things you speak of? Yeah. So navigators are basically psychic weirdos. They can see the warp and they chart the course through it using their third eye. And they're usually strapped into the ship in some special chamber. And you go in and out of the warp, basically. They tear a hole in space-time and fly through space hell. It's not like Star Trek. There's not a warp driver there. Engage. You know, warp factor 7 and shit. No. They rip a hole in the psychic fabric of space and fly through hell. And then come out the other side. And it... You know, it's a current, it's a sea. Sometimes you can take a little bit of time to get a long way, and other times it can take you forever to get a short distance. It depends how things are going. So I know all about that. I'm not going to ask that. An incident took place on the officer's deck. Servitors went berserk and attacked the crew. Actually, let's ask this first. Where's the ship going?
The Rycad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers.
Winterscale.
And rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor.
Why don't we just subjugate them? Their affluence and splendor can be ours.
I set the course for Rycad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
We have to wait for the right moment in the plot to drop it as a bomb. And my current responsibilities?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
Cool. Gracious Lord Captain, surely there are ways I can prove myself a worthy heir. How can I best schmooze my way into this position? Do tell. Do you like chocolate chip cookies? I can bake some. No bribery? Oh, okay. Anyway, there was an incident on the officer deck. Servitors went berserk and attacked the crew. You might want to watch the ones on this deck. I've got a feeling they're about to do the same.
Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Oh, another haunted ship in Warhammer 40k lore. God, that you trip over them every other freaking day. Oh, this ship could be haunted. They might have a deficiency in the machine spirit. Hey, Talon! Brother Ironwolf, the Mechanicum has a petition to know... I'm having trouble reading today, by the way. The Mechanicum has petitioned to know why you have deigned to not turn on your light. I thought the sun was on its way round, and then it's getting cloudy outside. So, I set my camera really low in the morning at this time of year. And then it will get brighter to the point that it looks like a nuclear bomb goes off outside. The machine spirit in your lighting systems cannot serve the Emperor and his glory if divine power is not running through its holy circuits. But we're in the warp right now and we're about to translate back to space. I thought I'd conserve the energy so that we don't, you know, rip in half when we emerge from hell space. How's it going, Tay? Come on in. How are you feeling? You said earlier on that you were basically running on empty, I guess. I'm feeling a little bit rough. Hopefully you're feeling a little better. Get some coffee in you. Hey, Urinty. Nice to see you. Come on in. Thanks for playing along with my stupidity. Yes, always. Still a bit congested and run down. Yeah, I mean, I know you've been struggling a game with bugs and shit, right? So, plus your excursion away doing manual labor probably also didn't help. You rest up, buddy. Okay, let's get through this.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
So this guy's name is either Abe Lard or Abe Lard. I think it's Abe Lard. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Abe Lard, not Abelard. That makes more sense to me somehow. I think about a big block of lard with the word Abe written on the side. And did he just call me riffraff?
Such
Hey!
hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers.
Just call him Eisenhorn, who cares?
This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments.
Or
to make
Caiaphas
ignorant
Cain.
folks speak of
Or Cyphers, depending on how you want to pronounce
inside
that.
the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
Either way, all of these people are played by Henry Cavill, so, you know. I have a grunge if people pretend you're the same thing. Oh, God, yeah, that's like a bane. I'm guessing grudge. But yeah, like that's... A lot of people get that wrong, and people these days that are mixing up how and what, you know. Like, the amount of times I see it these days, and it just triggers me. I'm like, it's not how, it's what. This is how the thing looks when you do the things. Like, this is what the thing looks like, not how the thing looks like. Oh. Anyway, that's because, you know, writer brain kicks in and I'm like, no. Alright, so, my guy might schmooze, but no, she's not, she doesn't respect this kind of behavior. I'm not going to go down that road.
In that case, I shall head to...
How long do you hold on to that grudge? That's the question.
Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Oh, cool. Show my worth. Oh boy. Oh no, lunatics! Heretical lunatics! And mimes! Oh boy, we in trouble.
No mercy to those who oppose von Valancius!
Your Emperor won't save you!
Oh, he's your Emperor too, okay? You just need to accept him in your heart. Oh yeah, I think the how X looks like is an ESL thing in Swedish and German. We say how. Oh really? Okay, so it's like more just a translated into English and lost, wrong word picked kind of thing. But also how X looks is correct, but overcorrecting by adding like on the end makes it wrong. Yes, I think that's... So it is probably more just a translation error, but it seems to be more prevalent these days than anything I've ever seen. It's like it's everywhere now. And I'm like... And I think it's like native English speakers are like adopting it. And it's very weird. Yeah, how X looks like and how X looks are two different things. Yeah, one is correct and the other one isn't. Anyway, but also two language evolves can't control it. I guess, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm at home after a 2-hour talk with your boss. Ooh, oh dear. Hopefully not a bad talk, Urinty. They are both correct? See, I'm not entirely sure they are. One, like... And I guess it depends on context, though, as well. But anyway, I see it and it bugs me, so it seems to be getting out of control, seeing as we're on, like, a language discussion. Okay, let's see. All combatants in turn In turns and their orders are determined by the initiative roll. The order of turns displayed on the left side of the screen. Yep, okay, we figured this was the initiative track. So let's see. Theodora, Abelard, Mort, and me. So I've got a long way to wait for my turn. Ugh. What X looks like is comparing X to another object. How X looks only describes the visual appearance of it. True enough, yeah. But people aren't using it in that correct context lately, so... We have been ambushed! Kill them all!
My place is at the fore.
He's like, let me run in here with my knife. Whoa. Jesus, bro! Oh, damn! Alright, I like this guy. Mort, what have you got there? Is that like... Yes, it is. I was like, is that a melter gun of some kind? Or some kind of, you know, volcanic weapon? Oh. Abe took a hit. And yeah, it is contextual and a subtle difference. Yeah. I am a 5.6 on the doing as I am told scale. Normal is 5. Oh, okay. So you're way over then. Use cover to avoid enemy attacks. Okay, so there is a cover system. I was wondering. Cover that a character can hide behind is marked with the shield or shield skull. When standing close to them, the character will automatically take up an advantageous position. In this case, the chance that enemy attacks will hit the cover, not the character behind, increase. The character will not receive a bonus if attacked from the side, not protected. Yeah. Okay. Standard form. So we do have half and full cover. Do I want to get into cover? I think my guy is better when he's moving. Like, we had a momentum thing, right? Crime Lord attacks deals 14 damage, 14% more damage. If the Crime Lord moves, they gain additional dodge and parry until their next turn. Yeah, so my guy is actually better off running around if I activate the Surefire plan. And I currently have 3 stacks of that. And it doesn't cost anything to activate. So I feel like we should do that. So I'm going to run over here. And I'm going to try and shoot this asshole over here. Can I do anything with this? Analyze it. I'm just going to shoot him. Screw it. So we've got 75% chance of basically just taking this bitch down. Oh, yes! Look at me! Analyze an enemy. Let's analyze that guy. Pull up. Yeah. So the dude's got 3 exploits on him now. Nice. Missed. Oh. Oh no, Mort. Missed us. I serve the ruinous power. I like how these guys are basically just taking one step at a time. Ooh, whoa, she's got a plasma weapon? I'm staying away from her. Dude cleaves so hard he lags the game out. Follow my lead. Mort. Boom. Oh, shit. That's a nasty weapon. I like it. Oh, so they do attacks of opportunity. I am going to... I think these guys have got him. I'm just going to go down here instead. Oh, can I...
I'll see to it personally.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I actually activated what I meant to do, but okay. Boom! Get fucked! Oh, did I just shoot him in half? That's great. Just cleanly severed the hip, and his upper half just goes ka-dunk and falls to the ground. Perfect. I meant to do that. That's good. Just slice the dude in half. Oh, Looks like Baldur's Gate 3 with the Matrix and Vampire Survival. Yeah, this is based off of a tabletop game by Fantasy Flight Games and Black Library, because it's in the 40k universe. So this is like a tabletop roleplay game converted into a video game. This is made by Owlcat as well, who've done many titles like this in the past. Not a huge fan of the melters as flame shotguns, but I guess it's the canon these days. Yeah, it's not quite how they work, right? Alright, so critical hits are a thing. Nice. There's just this one poor heretic. Tell me, do you surrender? No? Okay. So she's got like a plasma rifle. She just turned him into paste.
Take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive.
Language, Lady Theodora.
Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh?
Nope.
Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of war.
Wonder how Adelthrad would have fared here. Okay, what are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the arch-militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Okay. So let's have a look. We've got a journal here then. Find the arch-militant. The officer's deck is under attack by unknown enemies, so the arch-militant Mort has left to clear the way. The dude is basically a walking platform of guns, so he's as close to being a gun servitor as you can get without actually being a servitor. Okay, so is this like a celestial map? Or is it just for show? Once we're done with the riot, I want you to look up at the Logisticas report. We need an understanding of what happened on the decks during the warp jump and the preparations preceding it. That's right, Seneschal. You get to work, bro.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, so this has been cut off now. Okay. So where would Mort be, I guess? Do we know where he's going? Are we over here? Is that where we are? I don't think so. Okay, we gotta go up here. Hold on, Master. Stay with us. Keep firing, you oafs! No cowering, no hiding. You see a traitor, you kill a traitor.
Let us not dawdle.
Here he is. Hey, Mort. I'm just gonna stroll over to you. Oh, okay. He's out here giving everybody spray on tans right now. Oh, damn. Whoa, somebody's earning their gruel today. Nice.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Oh, Conrad. It's you. So, Conrad, I've been hearing you're not doing your job very well, and I can see. I always pictured melters as projecting this white hot stream of liquid thermite. Yeah, to me it was like just... I've always imagined them as being like a wave of plasma. Or like a very tightly compacted beam of plasma that just... You know, and like slices shit in half. So, but anyway. I guess eventually when they needed, you know, to get into visuals with video games, they had to put it in some context. Felt out of place at work today, never played a PS1, and there was talk about old memorable gaming experiences. Me, oh yeah, the moment when you had to fight the final boss in Metal Gear Solid, and you had to use Player 2 port because the game read all the inputs. Well, that was Psycho Mantis. He wasn't the final boss. The final boss was Liquid Snake. But yeah, I get what you mean. And none of your colleagues knew about that? Oh my god. Are they all a bunch of youngsters? Are they youths? Where'd the black couch come from? That's what Volkite weapons are now, basically. Oh, okay, I see.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up.
Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort is just throwing down the shade.
Mort, pull yourself together.
What did the Lord?
I think he's very together. He's throwing shade at you, bro.
We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Pulls his Vox from his belt and there is to report the situation. Why not say it like that? Coonrad.
On my ship. The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warped madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
Do they not know that I'm better than them?
I have not yet received word from the Engineering regarding any Geller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether.
You just repeated
Whatever
what
the
she
cause
said,
may
bro.
be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only Voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Mutiny? Alright, we need a very big airlock to shove all of these mutineers out of. Who would attempt a mutiny here in the warp of all things? Chaos types, because they love the warp. Mutiny against the Emperor's anointed. Execute the traitors, every last one of them. This is the way. We must provide immediate assistance to those still on the middle decks. Perhaps then we might stop the wave from spreading. That makes sense. Like, you know, that's where the battleground's going to be. Let's go with that.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure.
That's a good point, too.
And I have the means to do both things at once.
Okay.
Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
Do we want a... So Edelthrad is a psyker then. Do we want him exposed to the warp? No.
I tried to locate him, but
they tend to turn into demon-possessed monstrosities.
He arrived on transitional deck 18.
Okay.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both
There's a Sister of Battle here?
Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
Now she glances at me.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal
Conrad,
is to bring
speak quicker.
Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
I can tell these two don't get along very well. Mort and Conrad don't like each other. This is obvious. Oh, I'm not as adept at fighting as the esteemed Arch-Militant. Yeah. Damn psychoids, liabilities. I know. To the black ship with them all.
Bring him here, in whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
Yeah. What do you mean, like, whatever state we find him in? Oh, you know, if he's grown any extra horns in the meantime. I hear and obey, Lord Commander. I shall do everything in my power. I cannot promise that I won't lose our dearest heir somewhere along the way. It might be that there's nothing we can do for Edelthrad. We may find him and he could still be a massive jerk, and then I may have to kill him. But no, I will do everything in my power.
Not everything in your power. You will do as I say.
Wow,
I'll have your
okay.
heads if you fail. Is that clear? Then move out.
Damn, she is no nonsense. I like her. She's like, oh, in your power? No. You're doing what I tell you. Power be damned. Get shit done. I want that mountain moving and you better fucking do it. Okay. Jeez, Dora, take a chill pill. I know, right? Go explore something, maybe. And just cool off a wee bit.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
Whatever. These guys are squishy. I have a proposition. Since I am the more important person here, more than you, because you apparently fucked up, you go in front and shield me. No, we're not that pompous. You had better not fail me. The Lord Captain made it clear that relying on you is fraught with risk. Wow. No, let's just... look, I'm good. We'll just lead the way.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs.
That's why you're not one of the heirs, right?
That is no longer relevant.
That's a weird statement. Hang on, I need to pass that a moment. He rummages in his pocket for something. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as an heir, but that is no longer relevant. What? With a pop and a sharp crackle, something hits you in the abdomen. You are consumed by unbearable gut-wrenching pain. Did he just fucking tase me? Bro! No, he just punched me in the back. You... I said we couldn't trust him. I promised you a special destiny, Darius. It is time to fulfill it. Dude. Yes. Curse your sudden but inevitable telegraphed betrayal. I know, right? Freaking telegraphed all the way from, like, 1905. That's how heavily telegraphed that was. Operatives are indispensable for supporting your party. Some of them might stab you in the back, though, dramatically reducing enemy defenses. However, each operative performs in their own unique way, like stabbing you in the back.
Careful, be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
Okay, one moment, guys. I'm just going to fix this camera. It seems like it's just going to stay gloomy outside for the rest of the day, so... As soon as I do this, you know, it's going to actually get... There we go. That might be a little too much. That doesn't really help. I'm going to turn the light on. You guys need to see this, okay? Like... Oh, that's even worse. Live from Mexico. No, you guys, I can't deprive you guys of my glorious exterior here. It's, you know... let's turn that down a wee bit, and that there we go. Yeah. How's that? Is that better? Excellent. The light servitors have been switched on. Okay. What is the meaning of this, you cur? Voitvir, you two-faced scum. You're the one behind this mayhem.
How perceptive.
Oh, aren't you smart?
I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel. An ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
Okay, so it's like a gene lock, basically. Why are you doing this? I mean, he's not going to tell us. Oh yes, let me monologue about my evil plan. What is it? Inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel? It's like, oh, I'm not actually blood related at all. That was a ruse. I have no intention of helping you, or... Look, bro, whatever you're planning, take me with you. Why is that not an option? Oh, yeah. Will you let me join you? We can take the warrant from Theodora together. It's like, why are you treating me like this? I've literally just got here. It's not like I'm one of her most loyal servants. You don't know me. No, I'm gonna go with this. We gotta sass this guy immensely now. We gotta get the most bombastic sass going. Why do Theodora and Conrad need someone with dynasty blood to open the vault when they are family? Yeah, that's why I'm going with this. Because it's like we're sassing him, but at the same time, I want to see what the real problem is.
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind.
Oh, my blood is too pure.
The Sentinel refused to submit to me.
It only wants your filthy blood, not mine.
After all, isn't that what family is for?
So I have a coercion succeeded. Nice. So, what sorry, pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy, you sordid, wretched piece of Grox shit? I like that.
Wretched. What do you know about wretchedness?
Oh, I'm learning a lot, just looking at you.
Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind.
I've got to say this voice actor is really good.
Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Von Valencia's watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
Ooh. One moment, please, Conrad. I'm seeing blue in the corners of my vision. This isn't good. Fight the voice in your head. Oh no. I'm in the warp and I'm hearing voices in my head. Oh, this is great. This is gonna go well. Get out. I am not your puppet, so I guess he's psyching me or somebody's psyching me. I will do as you require, but I will find a way to make you pay for this, you filth. Enough threats, I will comply. No. I'm gonna fight this. I am not your puppet. Oh! The voices in your heads giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence, forcing you to your feet and making you take a step forward, the gates looming in the center of the chamber. So what is this? A decision consequence? You were wounded by the corrupted weapon, which led to a warp entity to invade your mind? Oh, wonderful. I have a little demon in my brain now. Wonderful. That's what I always wanted. One of the available dialogue options requires you to make a skill test. Okay, so this isn't a passive success. This is one where I have to actually succeed a skill test. Unlike with passives, these are made, which are made automatically. In this case, you can decide whether or not to select the option. Yeah. Rightio. In the gateway arch, you see a cogita with a human likeness built to the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. Ugh, it's not a human likeness, it's an actual body. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. The Sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two embers like irises. I can examine the device. chance. 100% you say. Yes. I should hope I succeeded. You carefully inspect the design of the gate's cogita. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of Archaeotech relic. Ooh. 20 XP gained? Nice. The servitor on the gate begins to move. With the screeching and groaning of metal, it leads forward closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek. Oh, that's gross. See, the imagery of 40k is just insanely disturbing. I love it. Much wider than the jaw of a living human could, the servitor mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. Does this thing need to bite us? Is that what's going on here? Oh boy. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on the green background. Seems safe, I know, right? Let the machine bite you. And taste your blood. What the fuck are we, blood angels now? A whisper? Oh no. Wounded. A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting and demanding the sacrifice. The voices that fill your head after Voitvir wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depth of your mind. Put your right hand in the box, I mean mouth. But, Zaras, what happens if I remove my hand? And what's inside? Alright, examine. The servitor looks noticeably different from the ones you're used to. Its skin's covering the stitch together with copper thread. It has metal hinges in place of the standard joints. Seems the creator of the Sentinel did everything to ensure that the service life of this unit would be much longer than the ordinary automatons. You get an owie? Oh no! I don't want an owie. Look for anything that can be used as a weapon. I rip the servitor's fanged head off, and I use the fangs to attack Voitvir. No? Okay. We look around for something that could at least work as a weapon. You search in vain. The chamber's anteroom is completely empty and in perfect working condition. Nary a broken panel or protruding piece of rebar in sight. Even if there were, could you imagine doing that whole, haha, there's a piece of metal rebar here I can rip off the wall. You grab it, and then you're like, and everybody's looking at you like, what is he doing? What is he doing? Does he think he's using that as a weapon? I'm like, could you guys just throw yourself on this while it sticks out of the wall because I can't seem to wrench it free? I didn't put all my points into strength. Look back.
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
No, I'm just biding my time. I'm waiting for somebody to arrive. To be honest, finding loose rebar seems like a common sight in 40k. True enough, yeah. The decay of the world and all that. Alright, fine. Bite my hand off. The Sentinel's jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing the skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear a humming as the servo motor starts up and the pumps stir into motion. The vid screen of the cogita flickers. Several long minutes pass. The Sentinel's jaws remain closed and you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you might catch your breath, maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Yes, stop biting my fucking hand! No, I'm fine! How are you? Jesus. You don't understand where this quiet voice is coming from, crackling like static. Is it the Sentinel? The Cogita? Is it the figment of your weary mind? Whichever it is, you can clearly hear every word. Yes, I require assistance! Suppose this is the onset of warp madness they warned me about. I must have lost my mind. Maybe I never had a mind. Maybe it wasn't my mind I ever had. And I'm losing someone else's. Does that mean I'm becoming sane? Yes, I do. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem that the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do any real harm. Oh, that's okay then.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Please defend me. Oh shit, son. You're all done hacked up. Yes! Burn, bitches.
There is still another way.
Oh, he just... Ooh, okay. Cloaking device activated. Oh, but dude, the door's open now. Didn't you want to go in? No? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm going in then. The enormous gates match the importance of the thing they protect. The massive doors are made of heavy metal and look impregnable.
I always keep my options open.
Wow. Pretty cool. So this is the warrant of trade? Yo, I like that. That's cool. I imagined it would be like just a scroll in a tube. That's literally a humongous piece of paper on what looks like a giant printing press. And like magnifying glasses. Look at the size of that lad's scroll. I know, right? It's impressive. Let it be known that my will and true words of this document, I appoint people to do shit. To be the paragon of humanity unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness and then into a wall, to triumph over the nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate and go where none have gone before. Wait, what? Y'all, you gotta give me more time to read this shit game.
Of the house to safety.
Okay, a Vox skull. Hi. What madness is happening? Who are you? Who addresses me? I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora, but maybe also an apothecary. No, I need a weapon. Give me a gun, bitch.
Current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Goes silent. Relays clicking second after second pass. You realize the servo skull will not answer you. Alright, what about Theodora?
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Okay.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
So we're going upstairs? Cool. Okay. The paper is bigger than my apartment. I know, right? It's huge.
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
Alright, well, give me this, like, lowdown. What's going on here?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel? Wait, you're part of the Warrant Sentinel then? Oh, so you are the Warrant Sentinel?
Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel, designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
Gotta find a good camera angle here, but we can't have one, don't we? So, this'll do. Alright, lead me away.
Middle and upper decks.
Find the nearest Burger King.
Probability
I'm
of
hungry.
safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated.
Close the door, you mean?
Unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
As the game story unfolds, you will see notifications in the top of the screen indicating that the status of your current objective has been updated and new information has been added to the journal. You can open it with J or clicking LMB on the notification on the top of the screen. Journal entries keep track of current events and guide your character on your journey. Quests tab tracks the progress of the main story. Here you can find information about the quests you have accepted and their current status. Use the journal to help yourself understand where to go on the next step of your adventure. Cool. Rumors and contracts section contains important information. You'll learn more later. You do not need to know yet.
Is there money to be made?
Alright, so I need to leave before you shut the door. Seal the warrant chamber. Lock the skull in. Oh, damn it. Came out. Never mind. Hi.
Master. Whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
Yeah, I have questions as well. Conrad Voigtveer is the traitor. When we parted ways at the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here. Then he implanted a demon in my brain, and then that wall bit my hand. And it's all very confusing. The servo skull now is apparently a mobile version of the thing that bit me. I think. I don't know.
What?
Sorry, did I stutter? What do you mean, what? I just told you everything. What? Somebody has trouble listening, apparently. He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something, I don't know, maybe because she was not impressed with him. Trying to reach the warrant was part of the plan. He's in service to the unholy gods of the warp. It's both, actually, but let's go with that first one.
Oh, holy god, Emperor.
Oh, shit.
I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny.
Do we need to worry about the ceiling falling on us?
To remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
Oh, right. Sorry, did I break protocol in the middle of all this shit? Excuse me. Voigtveer openly admitted that he is the mastermind behind the mutiny. Unquestionably, yeah. Why don't we leave matters of etiquette for another time, Abelard?
Absolutely. With the Lord Captain's permission, I shall give you
priorities,
a lecture
bro.
on how making use of proper addresses corresponds to showing due faith in the God Emperor's anointed.
Sorry, what?
We have more pressing matters on our hands.
Yes, we do.
You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Okay, gives me a weapon. Sniper rifle. Ooh. An armored body glove. Ooh. And a Medicaid. I look good in the body glove, guys. I really do. Alright. While fighting, your character can lose some of their wounds. Character has suffered an injury after being attacked by Conrad. This happened when the character receives damage that exceeds 50% of a maximum wound within one round. The exact percentage of wounds a character must lose for this to happen may vary depending on the difficulty of the game you choose. Injuries reduce the character's resolve. Okay. When a character initially suffers an injury, it is considered a fresh injury during the first 3 rounds. Once 3 rounds have passed, fresh injuries become an old injury. A fresh injury can be healed using a medikit without passing a skill test. Old injuries can be healed, but they require the character to administer the treatment to pass a Medicaid test if they succeed. I believe I do have that though, don't I? I think I have that as like a selected skill. The medikits, use medikits to restore wounds and heal injuries. Note that when a character loses all of the wounds, they fall unconscious. Once combat is over, the wounds of all party members are replenished automatically, but any injuries they may have sustained remained, so those can be healed with medikits. Medikits can only be used by the characters who have field medic features, basic skill Medicaid, or have taken Medicaid skill advancement at least once. Whenever a character uses a medikit in battle, the Medicaid skill test determines the number of wounds that will be restored as a result. So Abelard can... I am going to keep pronouncing his name that way. I know it's wrong, but it's funny. Abelard can heal your character's injuries. Press LMB on Abelard's portrait, select the medical kit, on the panel at the bottom of the screen and use it on my character. Okay, so I can use his medical kit. Like, thanks for the medical kit. By the way, use yours to heal me now. So if I do that...
You can find the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
I'm all about firing my biggest cannon and saving the day. You don't have to tell me twice. So we can do stuff in the inventory. Cool. Okay, there it is. Med kit. So I can left click and then there.
Let's patch you up.
Whoop. There we go.
I won't forget this.
Patch up my biggest cannon, bro.
Lead us to fortune.
Alright, so inventory. To equip new weapons and armor, open inventory with I, double-click LMB on the item, or alternatively hold LMB and drag it to the slot. It will become highlighted once you start dragging the item. To view the parameters of an item, hover the cursor over and wait for the information to appear. Another way to view the details is to right mouse on the item. Cool. You can switch between party members with the arrows at the top of the inventory screen or LMB on their portraits. Right, good. So him and me. Right. So I got a body glove. So I can do info on it. This is Astarte's equipment. What? Oh, must not have features. Okay. So I get an extra 15% armor. Character wearing the armor will dodge 40% of average attacks. Yes. The armor reduces the incoming damage by 10%. Cool. Alright. I want it. Put it on. And what do I have here? Sniper rifle. Ooh. Son!
Improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead.
I am.
The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to
My bodysuit is ready.
But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it.
No, that shaking is the worst.
Shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control.
Oh, cool. We're going to be lost in the warp.
We must
nice.
reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation.
This is how I wanted to spend the rest of my life.
If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
Amongst the innumerable horrors of the warp. But thank God we have the Geller field, right? Oh, wait, don't jinx it. Oh, no. So what has exactly gone wrong? How did you find... Let's go with this first. How did you find me, by the way? What were you doing here?
You sent me a Vox message.
Did I?
Specifically, a Voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing?
Maybe. I don't know. I think the Warrant Sentinel might have sent that. It appeared when I opened the chamber.
Warrant Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. But I did not see anything of the sort.
Wait, so this thing doesn't belong here? Alright, I'm gonna shoot it now.
The Warrant Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence.
Alright, I'm not gonna shoot it now.
I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same?
It was probably linked to, like, it might be like a counter-intrusion system. Like, if you willingly go to open the... I bet it's that, right? If you willingly go to open the door by letting that servitor thing bite your hand and read your blood, and you're doing this voluntarily, fine. But since it detected stressors, it was like, yo, dude, you're stressed while you're doing this? It maybe figured we were under duress and was like, okay, let's activate some additional systems that nobody knew was there. That's pretty cool. So it's kind of like a built-in panic alarm. Alright. What's going wrong with the translation?
I am no helmsman. Oh, God Emperor,
Do I look like I steer the ship for a living?
However, I've spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Geller field has faltered.
No, don't go there. We don't want the Geller
Perhaps
field
navigator
faltering.
was struck down by warp corruption and is fighting for the last shreds of his humanity as we speak.
Don't even put that possibility on the table either. I don't want that. I don't want a warp-maddened navigator to have to deal with.
If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the war. Naturally, we would likely not have long to live in that scenario. But I will not resign myself to such an outcome just yet.
Yeah, let's just stay positive. So what can we expect there?
During warp transit, the sanctum is closed to all.
It feels as well like we could have this conversation while walking there.
And for good reason. For the navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the sanctum must be bathed in the energies of the immaterium. Only a navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death.
What about non-spontaneous mutations? I didn't sign up for this. I'm under no obligation. Look, I heard one of Theodora's Voxcasts.
Lady Theodora's.
Yes.
Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum.
Dude, priorities.
A good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course.
So the Navigator Sanctum, very well. Will you lead the way? Oh, for the Imperium and humanity. No, let's do this. All right, off we go. Oh, shit, I clicked the other one. Okay, whatever. Nods his approval. Fine, okay, we butted him up with the whole for the Imperium. Continue. She's fighting. She's having fun.
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward.
Hey, Blood, I need you to turn down the main character energy just a tad, okay? Oh, no, turn it back up just a tad. Combat begins with a tactical phase during which characters cannot attack or take other actions, but may try to take up advantageous positions. So we can like pre-place our people down in places. Okay. Select the character's left mouse button on their portrait at the top of the screen and click left mouse button on the cell you want to move the character to. Red cells are inaccessible to the character. During tactical phase, each character in the party may move up to their maximum movement points, but cannot position themselves adjacent to an enemy. Okay. Alright, so we can just kind of quickly put ourselves somewhere useful. So you can go there. Oh, wait, that's me. No. I've got a sniper rifle. I'm going back here. Boom. Abe, I want you to go here. You stay there. Yeah. This is probably bad, but okay. Combat abilities of characters differ depending on their archetypes. Available abilities are located in the bottom right of the screen of the ability panel. To read the full description of their abilities, hover over your cursor over and right mouse button. So that's these. Click left on the icon to use the ability. Before the ability is used, you get a review of its estimated outcome. Yep, so we know all about this. You will also see areas of effect. Okay. If the ability's effect is guaranteed to work, the ability icon on the display instead of a number. It's on. Yep, okay. When you are ready to use the ability, left button again. Cool. Alright. And we'll level up more. Right, so I get to start. Let's see, what do we need here? Deadeye shot or a single shot? That has armor pen, 12 to 16 damage. About the same. Hit chance, effective distance, 95% maximum distance, 47. It's basically the same single shot. Precisely aimed with a 50% bonus to the effective range of the weapon and a 10% hit chance. Okay, so that's like, you know, a much better guarantee to hit. I'm gonna activate that as well. And can I analyze an enemy? What about this dude? Heretic Cutthroat. I think I'm gonna focus on him. 95% chance. Get ready for that epic miss, you guys.
Who, if not me?
Boom! Oh no, he's dead. Oh! Get Shrek'd, fool. Alright, so I have nothing else I can do right now. Abe's abilities. Your new companion is a warrior. He specializes in combat, drawing enemy attacks. Charge is a unique warrior ability that only works when you are using a melee weapon and is not considered an attack action. Use charge to close the distance between you and the enemy and deal damage. Alright, so it's like a movement attack skill that doesn't actually work as an attack as far as attack points are concerned. Cool. If an enemy is in the direct path of the charge, Abe will attack and still be able to use an attack action after he has not used one on this turn. Charge can only be used if the character is 2 or more cells away from a target. And so me sticking him right next to as close as possible to the enemies was a bad idea. Cool. Character is using a melee weapon. Melee attacks require the character to be adjacent to the enemies. Okay. Unlike single shots, melee attacks hit automatically with no need for a roll, and an enemy will try to dodge or parry the attack if they are using a melee weapon of their own. Melee weapons can be used to make area attacks. All creatures in the area will suffer damage. Yeah, okay. So we've already seen this dude in action. So Charge will use all of his... Well, I could send the charge... I could charge to there. Like, how does this work specifically? I really don't like this placement. Like, if I charge to there, it doesn't look as though I'm going to hit anybody. If I charge to there, I'm going to be in a shitty position to actually attack anybody. Oh, I do not like that at all. Like, so I can't use the charge and then place myself next to my next target. What is this? Brace for impact. For 1 round, the Navy officer and their allies in a 3-cell radius gain 2 deflection. Okay. Well, I'm not going to charge then. I'm just going to move me here, because I've seen him do a good cleave.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
And that's probably going to be better. You can move then charge. That's a good point. But I thought it said I can... Yeah, if I attack now, I can't use charge afterwards, though. Right. But I can move to get into a good position and then charge, and then do an attack. Characters with melee can make an attack of opportunity if an opponent in an adjacent cell moves out. Yeah, we've seen him do that, and they're calculated like normal attacks. So cleave, if I do that, is going to hit both of these jokers.
It will be done.
This one. Get fucked. Oh, maybe I can. Target is too close, so I could do that there and charge this dude, but we need to finish this other guy off first, so... But I have no more attack.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Oh, okay. So I've seen him do multiple attacks in a round. I guess he's not doing it now. Well, okay then. Charge, bitch!
Used to dust.
That's how we're doing that. Hi. Missed me. Oh, that's right. Everybody come in. Everybody come in and get a hug. Everybody get in hugging distance. Yes. Be careful, companions can get hurt by your burst attacks.
Just a
Shit.
minor setback.
Or area attacks. To avoid friendly fire, keep an eye on the trajectory of shots. Yeah, we kind of figured that. Well, analyze your ass. And I'm just going to take a regular shot at you, I think. Yeah. So if I shoot that guy, he's in the potential line of fire, so I'm not going to do that. Ba-doom! Oh, get wrecked, boy. Slice. Oh, I see a piece of him. Oh, man, we decapitated him. Nice. Well, I can't charge. I can't charge through him. That would be great, but no. I guess that's that. In the first attack, though, on the bridge, he did do multiple attacks, right? He attacked, moved. Maybe he was using the charge, though, I suppose. If I move here, am I going to get a better shot on this guy without shooting Abe? Yes.
I'll see to it.
Ba-doom! Yep, I shot his legs right off. You can advance the level of a character and companions prevailing in battles, exploring the Cronus Expanse and completing quests earns XP. Once you have accumulated enough, you gain a new level. Click on the arrow symbol on the character's portrait to open the level up screen. Each level gained offers your characters new progression options, which include new abilities, talents and skills, improvements and other enhancements. Your companions gain new levels at the same time as your character, even if they're not included in active party during the journeys. That's good, I like that. I really dislike RPG games where they're like, you have a party size and you have a huge cast of characters, but none of them level up with you if they're not there. And it's like, so I have to grind everyone else's levels up? And then I never want to use those characters. So I like that. The order in which actions are taken in combat matters. Your character can only move around the battlefield before taking an attack action. Once the character attacks, they lose the remaining movement points, unable to move. Okay. Yeah, we already figured that. So we can do this. Right, I have... Let's see, a rank available. So I can rank this up, I guess. At this archetype rank, it is possible to increase a character's skill. The higher the skill score, the easier it will be to pass corresponding checks. Right, so this goes round in a big circle, I guess. So what we will get for this, we will get additional logic and tech use. Yes, how do I select this? Double click? Nope. I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? Well, you don't click and hold. Complete, that's grayed out. Or do I have to choose? Oh, right, I have to choose something from here to boost. Right. No, I get it now. So my logic skill value, is that my current logic? What is my current logic? Let's just see how this looks. Why is it showing me Ablard? I'm not... Am I working on him? No, that's me. This is such an information overload suddenly. I don't know if that's the value it is right now or what it will become if I click that. And I can boost lore or Medicaid, so that's basically what I can do, right? Is just choose one of these. Yeah. Yeah, so logic is currently 45. So that's an intelligence thing. Right, okay. I'm just wondering what I should really be working on. Tech use is 55 is also an intelligence. I guess my logic could do with a bump. I have that Apex of Brilliance base, you know, increase, and the Crime Lord as well. So it would actually be a good idea to lean into that some more. So this will bring it up to 55 now. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I'm learning how the interface, you know, is throwing a lot of information at me suddenly. So we've got a sniper rifle. Do I not have that pistol anymore as well, just so I know? I probably do, right? And then we've got reputations. I guess all this is going to get explained to us. This here, I'm guessing is like a, you know, an automated thing. Depending on options I choose, I advance these. And that becomes like your character makeup. Right. Okay. Alright, Abe, what are we going to do with you? What are you mostly around? I mean, he's a warrior, so I'm guessing his weapon skill, toughness are going to be the things to really focus on, and strength. So he's got strength, protection, toughness. Okay. So let's see. I don't really know how his talents will work. Let's see, what does this use? It'll mostly be based on weapon skill, I guess. That's probably based on toughness. Let's look at his talents. He has melter proficiency. Okay, he's a field medic. He's a follower. An adherent. He's dogmatic. He's from an imperial world. Alright. May select any characteristics except weapon or ballistic skills for a +10 bonus. Navy officer. Chain weapons, nice. Oh my goodness, there's ship abilities, so we do actually have stuff we can do with the ship. Nice. Alright, well, that's going to boost athletics. That's going to boost toughness or strength. I think athletics might be a good idea. This guy's going to be running around a lot, so that's maybe a great thing to lean into. Okay, nice. Close that. And we are done. Let's see. We need to move on. Here's a map of the void ship. It consists of several parts. Oh my goodness. Yes. Some parts are not yet available. Got it. So we're heading for the Navigator Sanctum then. Game auto-saved. Alright, well I haven't made an actual main save yet. I'm going to definitely be playing this for a little longer today. So, let me just drop that save in there. Let's take a quick break, guys. We haven't done breaks on this channel in a long time.